We are following breaking news this morning. The U.S. Senate made progress overnight in addressing the partial government shutdown. Today's the final day for Congress to pass a funding bill before a 2-week scheduled recess. Atlanta News First reporter Mary Kate Hamilton is live with the First Alert breaking news tracker at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Mary Kate, TSA workers could soon be paid, it looks like, and things may finally start to improve there at the airport.
That's right, potentially. So in a rare overnight session, the Senate voted unanimously to partially fund the Department of Homeland Security, and that does include TSA. That does not include ICE or Customs and Border Protection. Now let's take you to Washington because, of course, this vote is not done just yet. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said he was, quote, very proud of his caucus for standing united during the stalemate. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says they'll fund ICE and CBP, quote, later. And of course, this comes as the standoff has caused massive delays at airports across the country for weeks. TSA agents have gone unpaid for the last 5 weeks, and lawmakers now rush to reach a compromise before their 2-week recess.
Mr. President, we could be standing here right now passing a funding bill with a list of reforms if Democrats had made the smallest effort to actually reach an agreement. But they didn't. Because it's now clear to everyone, Democrats didn't actually want a solution. They wanted an issue. Politics over policy.
Democrats held firm in our opposition that Donald Trump's rogue and deadly militia should not get more funding without serious reforms, and we will continue to fight for those reforms. I'm very proud of our Democratic caucus.
Now, this bill still has to pass through the House, and should it not, President Trump has indicated that he may use his executive powers to fund the TSA. We are, of course, keeping all eyes on Washington this morning, and we'll continue to monitor the progress there in Washington. For now, live from Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, Mary Kate Hamilton, Atlanta News First.